Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and your boy, I'm a little late on this one. We have the tech buff BUU. I have went ahead and grinded him to link level 10, so we got all of his links at level 10. As you guys may know, the Majin Buu units are some of the characters that have got the most impressive buffs to date, right? Like, the Majin Link went from 10% attack and defense to 2 key and 15% attack and defense, right? Big Bad Bosses, now 25% attack and defense at the start of turn. Infinite Regeneration, now 2 key, 3% HP regeneration, and 10% defense. You know, then like Wall, Standing Tall, Brutal Beatdown, Fierce Battle, all got extra attack. So now, a lot of these Majin Buu units are just going to look far more impressive than they did before. So it's going to be very exciting using, you know, Buu Saga teams. It's perfect just in time for the link level update as well. Damn it, BUU Gotenks. BUU Gotenks, by the way, also awakens from the Buuhan medals, same way Buff BUU does. So I do anticipate BUU Gotenks to get an EZA, hopefully soon. I don't understand why they didn't EZA him along with Buff BUU, honestly, because we really could have used that. Oh, 2.81. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad right there. Immediately, 2.81. Again, okay, so once we get Physical Kid BUU on rotation with him too, that's when things are gonna start to get a little bit dicey for our boy Vegito. Physical Kid BUU and Buff BUU, they have almost the exact same link set. I think they have one difference. I think Buff BUU has Berserker, and Kid BUU I think has more than meets the eye. I believe that's the one difference they have. So, I mean. You know, that's going to be very, very good. And then Physical Kid BUU, of course, is giving the massive 50% buff. And then don't forget, with this full BUU team, like, all these units are healing. Right? Like, we're just getting healing from, like, pretty much everywhere. And then Infinite Regeneration is healing. It's so crazy. Like, Buff BUU, let's see. Okay, so Buff BUU, right? So he gets 3 key and 100% attack at the start of turn, which is good. Then he gets an additional attack and defensive buff up to 100%, more HP remaining the greater the buff. He reduces damage received by 20% when HP is 80% or more, which is not bad. I mean, considering he's at 133k defense right there, that's not bad at all, right? And then he also recovers 5% HP at the end of the turn in which he gets hit. So all of that combined is going to allow Buff BUU to be very impressive. Dude, look at this. Yeah, we have everything active except for Berserker right here. This is huge. This is going to be a really impressive attack stat. Skinny BUU, how? Okay, so I haven't worked on that Exchange Majin BUU very much. I need to get on that. Because actually, Exchange Majin BUU, does Skinny BUU have Big Bad Bosses? I know I just clicked it, but let me double check. He doesn't, does he? If that Skinny BUU had Big Bad Bosses, it would make him so much more... Oh, because, you know, he's one of these units that just has 40% damage reduction at the start of turn. 4 mil! Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so remember when Buff BUU was fodder before? Not anymore. He does also raise defense on super attack, by the way. So, like when we saw, what was he at, 150k? He then raises it by 30% more. Yeah, so I guess we're talking really impressive. Okay, I want to use some damage reduction items and stuff like that. I just don't want us to take any damage whatsoever. So next turn, we're going to go into it. I do want BUU Gotenks to get a super attack, though. Come on. BUU Gotenks, man, like, I never use this unit, ever. Like, I never get to see him in action, because he sucked forever, like, pretty much. Because he only has an attack buff, he doesn't have defense. Again, they could make this guy get an EZA. He could be pretty interesting. Yeah, 1.21, I mean, he is at all level 1 links, right? Obviously, if I had his links updated, you know, he would be able to look impressive as well. All the Majin Buu units are going to look impressive. Even Int Kid BUU right now would look really good with the link level update, right? The only thing about Int Kid BUU is we couldn't run him alongside the Physical Kid BUU, right? All the other BUU Saga unit, like all the other Majin Buu units, you know, we could run next to Physical Kid BUU for the insane buff. Whereas that's not going to work with Int Kid BUU because, of course, they have the same name, right? Okay, so... Oh, no, I don't actually have to do that. Yeah, I could do this. Yep, so we have everything except for Berserker active. And then, yeah, Kid BUU... Well, okay, yeah, he's got Big Bad Bosses, but it's only level 1. I haven't done too much with Kid BUU. Let me see Skinny BUU again. Do you have... Yeah, see, Skinny BUU, he gets Big Bad Bosses at Super BUU, right? No, he doesn't. Wow. This unit doesn't... Yeah, see, that's another... that's another sort of L for him. Having big bad bosses would be huge on that unit, right? Because again, he's one of these 40% damage reduction with no defense type units. It just makes him not as impressive. I find Gotenks to be, it's not even close. I think Gotenks is 100 times better. The only thing BUU has, I think BUU is better. Once you get to the final transformation, Super BUU is better than Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, but you can only do that turn 6 or later, so that's rough. And then his team, his leader skill is far better than Gotenks. Those are the two advantages. Everything else, Gotenks is better. All right, so let's go ahead and get this attack set right here. This is going to be, I don't know, 5 million or something. Let's see. Yeah, 4.71. Pretty good. Okay. We'll take a look at BUU also on maybe like transformation boost, but I mean, I feel like we've already seen how dominant, like he's super impressive, right? Like that's really, really impressive. Oh, we could get the active skill. Yeah, we can. Let's just get this active skill in the video. I always love, you know, some of these rare active skills. This is what I would consider a rare one too. Turn 6 or later. Again, you're not going to see that very often unless you're going into the long, difficult events. And again, this BUU is crazy. He is so good. Like, if he was this BUU standalone at the start, like, he would be borderline one of the best units in the game, I think. Like, he would actually be like a Z tier unit. He's that good once he's actually, you know, in this Super BUU level. So that's really, really cool. We'll probably let this rotation play out a little bit. And then, again, we'll go to the transformation boost team because you guys know that the rule, basically, is if a unit can be used on Cooler's team, that's probably going to be one of the best places like to showcase them and make them look the best, because not only is Cooler good with so many of those units on there, but then of course he's also you know, he's a support type unit, and then, you know, Conquest of Terror has stuff like Turles on it. You know, you have many of the 50% supports are on that team, so it's just very, very easy for units to look very, very good over there, right? All right, so we'll get this attack stat by BUU Gotenks, and then we'll probably go ahead and switch over to the transformation boost team. All right, so now we're on the Conquest of Terror / Transformation Boost team. Again, going to be a very good team for our boy Buff BUU. Plus, you know, I've got, you know, all these level 10 links, so it's going to be very easy. You know, basically, if we ever have a Big Bad Bosses unit around, it's going to look really good for BUU, right? Again, Big Bad Bosses going unconditional, not requiring HP, is just, yeah, 3.5. That's turn 1. So he did 3.58. I didn't check his defense, did I? Damn it. I mean, but his defense would have been over 100k right there. Probably like 120k, 110k, maybe something like that. And then he also has 20% damage reduction and he's crazy. He's crazy. Like, he's way better than like pretty much like, what BUU unit is better than him? I don't know. Like, I don't know that Exchange Majin BUU is not better. Like, easily I'll say that, right? Like, not even close. Not until they become Super BUU, right? Like, is this the best BUU unit in the game? Maybe Skinny BUU. I mean, Skinny BUU is really good. I don't know. The 50% support Super BUU is also super crazy. But, like, there's no way Exchange BUU is better. Like, there's just no way. Because he just, offensively and defensively, he's not as good. Like, both. So, I don't know. This is the type of EZA that we love, right? Because this is a unit that, I mean, how good was this guy when he first came out? Like, this was, like, right, like, he came out right around when I first started playing Dokkan, right? Like, I started playing a little bit after this buff BUU first came out. But, like, now, like, he's just so crazy, right? And, like, that was him with Cooler and Turles, right? We didn't even have him with other Majin BUU units, right? Where you start getting stuff like Infinite Regeneration, right? Wall Standing Tall, you know, links like that. Like, this is, like, one of the best EZAs ever, I would say, for sure. Like, he's just, it's so nice. He's so nice. Then he heals, too. Like, yeah, there he's 159k defense. He's got 20% damage reduction. Like, it's just so absurd. Yeah, 4.59. Like, just move, bitch. Get out the way. And, like, offensively, defensively, he's very good. Now, of course, he's not going to be as impressive when he's not at full health, but I mean, he's still going to be good. You know, he still raises, because when we see these defensive stats, too, remember that he is raising his defense on super attack. So his defense is actually higher than what we're seeing. He's just so good. I'm just very impressed. This is why EZA, like, all these EZA, like, they gave us 4 EZAs, right? Buff Buu, Super 17, Majin Vegeta, and Physical Fat Buu. All of them are tremendous. Tremendous, amazing EZAs. I just am thoroughly impressed. Alright, so we have I'm going to let this rotation play out. Because we have Broly getting buffed by double Cooler. Now remember, here's where Cooler, right? I'm surprised. I guess I'm not surprised. Because a lot of times with a unit like Cooler, until a unit comes out who's like better than Cooler in every single way, like, and there's just no possibility to argue against it, people are always going to say Cooler is like the best TUR. I don't really have an issue with that, right? It's just going to be very difficult for a unit to come out that people will accept as better than Cooler. But like, here's a situation where Cooler is superior to Ultimate Gohan, right? Because Cooler is buffing one of the best units in the game, LR Tech Broly, right? Cooler is giving Broly, 2 key and 30% attack and defense? So the two Coolers are combining to give Broly 4 key and 60% attack and defense. And again, Broly with the active skill, you know, is going to do a very impressive amount of damage. So this is where, like, Ultimate Gohan, the Teen Gohan, we couldn't run him alongside Broly and he's going to make Broly better, right? That's something that, like, is exclusive to Cooler in the Cooler versus Gohan discussion. If this is a crit, Goku Black is out of here. And it's not, but it still doesn't matter. We can, oh, well, yeah, there you go. There you go. Broly's pretty good. I mean, what a shock, huh? Who would have guessed? You know, they made Broly very strong. Really? Only one link? Oh, well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the details for our boy, Tech Buff Buu. All right, so this is Raging Dash, Majin Buu, South Supreme Kai. I guess it doesn't say absorb, but it really should be South Supreme Kai absorbed, right? Like, I mean, obviously, right? But whatever. His leader skill is Tech Type Key 2 and 70% to stats, fodder, but who cares? His super attack, Mighty Powerful God Shockwave, raises defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage, and greatly lowers enemy defense. He did do supreme before. Yes, he did. Okay, so the extra addition is that defense for 1 turn, 30% defense. That's a very powerful effect, considering he also has damage reduction. Now, you know, of course, he does have an HP restriction on that damage reduction. And again, this Buu is definitely not going to look... Like, if we take him into Super Battle Road, he could look super good when we're at full health. But if we go into a rotation at very, very minimal health, he's not going to look as good, right? Because a lot of his stats are HP conditional. But, I mean, he'll still be solid. Let's take a look at his passive. So, his passive, Full Power Body, gives him 3 key and 100% attack at the start of turn. That's unconditional, right? Then, he gets an additional attack and offensive buff up to 100%. The more HP remaining, the greater the stats buff. Then he reduces damage received by 20% when HP is 80% or more. Now, 20% is a small number, but combined with his massive defense, that's really helpful in cutting down damage from super attacks, right? That's going to be a very, very powerful effect if this guy's going to have defense over 150k, right? So that's super good. And then he also recovers 5% HP at the end of turn, in which an attack was received on him, very similar to what AGL Metal Cooler does. So that's a very powerful ability right there when you combine it with the rest of the Buu team and how much healing you're going to have anyway, right? So then his links, Majin, Brutal Beatdown, Berserker, Big Bad Bosses, Infinite Regeneration, The Wall Standing Tall, and Fierce Battle. Again, many of these links like Majin, now 2 key, 15% attack and defense, Infinite Regeneration, now 2 key, 3% HP regeneration, and 10% defense. Big Bad Bosses, unconditional 25% attack and defense. All of those are just like massive, massive buffs to this guy. Makes him look so good, makes him look way better. Just really, really positive changes for our boy Buff Buu there. Again, he's very good. His 12 key multiplier is only 135%, a little bit lower, but I mean, it doesn't matter. We saw him almost cracking 5 million right there. Like, it's so crazy. This is the Tech Kid Buu. Is the unit, the pullable version of this character. He was always like, oh, it's like, oh my god, great, I pulled this trash. Now, look how insane he is. Like, it's so good. Okay, so then he's on a couple of different category teams. Again, remember, you know, we do have him at full level 10 links. Okay, so for starters, he's on the Revived Warrior team. Definitely good. I would like them to add a lot more new units to this Revived Warrior team. Slug is on Revived Warrior, isn't he? Lord Slug is not on Revived Warrior. Interesting. Okay. Because we definitely could get a better young Demon King Piccolo for the Revived Warrior team. Is Majub on Revived Warrior? Really? Majub isn't either? Okay. Yeah, I mean, Bojack, of course, we can get a Dokkan Fest Bojack. There's definitely options to improve the Revived Warrior team. But I would like to see that as a team get more buffs. Then Buff Boo is also over here on the Majin Buu Saga team, which, you know, now has gotten a ton of... This category is so fat. It is so massive. It's going to be very interesting to see. You know, there's a lot of characters like Yakon, Bobbity, Bibbity, that really could use good characters, right? Because, like, we finally got a good Deborah. We got Yamo and Spopovich. You know, we got Bobbity and Deborah. There's still a lot more we could get, though, for sure. Then we also have the, what is this, Transformation Boost that he's on? Yeah, because there's Rosie and Kakunsa. I still got to do videos for Rosie, Kakunsa, and STR Ribrianne as well. When they came out, I never got a chance to do the Rainbow videos on them. But, you know, Transformation Boost, obviously very good. Many top-tier units that come out nowadays. I mean, look at all the Dokkan Fest exclusives right there, right? Kefla, Exchange Boo, Gotenks, Bardock, Gogeta Blue, Vegito Blue, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, 13, Cooler, Future Gohan, Gohan and Cell, right? Like, so many Dokkan Fest exclusives. The transformation mechanic is what they push now to make characters exciting, so we'll see that continue to get buffed. Here's the Artificial Lifeform team. Secretly, this is one of my favorite teams in the game. I guess I shouldn't say secretly, because everyone knows, right? But it's just, it's very good, and it's way better after the Link level update, because so many of these characters have big bad bosses. There's so, like, all the Cell units are way better together. All the Boo units are way better together. Super 17 has one of the best EZAs ever. So now this team just looks so good. The Artificial Lifeform team is really nice now. And then finally, Buff Boo is on the Majin Power category team, which is really good. Obviously, again, we're talking about the Link level update. The only thing that sucks is, like, now, like, why would you ever run Oob or 21? Or like, Janembu? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe, like, a challenge run, like Majin Power category Super Battle Road. Oob's, like, you know, healing when he transforms would be very good. But, like, obviously, you're going to run full Boos on this team. Like, you have to. Like, they just link so well. So, let me know what you guys think of our boy Buff Boo. I mean, obviously, he looks super impressive. I don't even have equipment on him. He's this good. You know, Link level 10 units for the Boo Saga characters or any characters in general that have big bad bosses is a very, very good idea. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.